you want to get yourself involved in a workplace fling, make sure that you put your emotions in check. Because if you can't put your emotions in check and you also cherish that job, only the strongest will be able to survive and stay there. That is why if I ever find myself in a fling, I'm going to be very okay with it. Because there is no amount of cucumber strokes a man is going to give me that is going to stand between me and my money. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel, I want to talk about something that I find very interesting. All right, I want to talk about workplace flings. That is getting yourself involved into any form of sexual relationship with your co-workers. And I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on it. I'm going to tell you guys what I do think about it. For me, having flings at work is necessarily not a bad thing. But one thing for me is that you need to make sure that you put your emotions in check before you get yourself into any entanglement with any co-worker sexually. Because that thing is either going to make you or break you. I'm not going to say it's not a good thing or you are not supposed to do that and all that stuff. But when you are ready to do it, make sure that you put your emotions in check. Because there are some people that just jump into it and it's later on that they get to deal with their emotions, or it's later on that they get to find out how jealous they are and all that stuff. You need to know yourself before you start having any entanglement with a co-worker. Because for me, I see workplace flings as taking a shit on the plate that you're going to eat from. And if you take a shit on the plate that you're going to eat from, what is going to happen? You won't want to eat from that plate anymore. You want to put it into the garbage and get another plate. That is why you need to be very, very careful. Tread carefully. No matter how that man looks sultry to you, no matter how that woman looks juicy to you, because I know that it's inevitable. Your colleagues are people that you are locked up in a building with basically throughout the whole year. The only time you guys don't see each other is on the weekends. You're always locked up with them. Every morning you walk in 7:30, 8 a.m. You walk to 5 p.m. And some people, they just know how to groom themselves. They know how to take care of themselves. You see one guy walking in, especially for me. I'm a very big fan of smells. A man doesn't have to do too much, but as long as you smell good. There's something about smells. There's some kind of smells that sometimes I'll just stay like this and my downstairs is going to be shaking like this just because of your smell. So you can find yourself with a bunch of colleagues. You see this guy coming in every day. He's smelling so manly, you know, so masculine. It's very normal. You might even be unaware. Downstairs you start acting before your brain even register that you're beginning to feel him. The next thing you know, you're already making moves. You're already flirting with him and all that stuff. And for men too, you're locked up with this co-worker throughout the whole year. Today she's going to come. She's wearing a shirt that is making her breast to be hanging like this. Tomorrow is her shaved legs. Different features. During summer, she's wearing certain sandals. You're looking at her toes. You start thinking about how those toes can do wonders for you. How those toes can do different fetish things for you. You're looking at her hands with those acrylic nails, different shapes, almond, coffin, all those things. You'll be thinking about how she can be using those hands to be doing better things for you. She'll be coming to work, different lip gloss colors, and some girls, that lips are very plumpy. When she walks into work like this, when she's talking to you. And some girls too, they are very flirtatious. Some girls, their mission is just to come to work and seduce. Because let's not lie to ourselves. Why are you going to work? You're not just going to work because you're going to work. There's a reason why when you go to work, you're still looking forward to your paychecks. Because when you're looking forward to your paychecks, you want to go and buy new clothing once in a while, you know, new fragrance, new lipsticks, new shoes, new shirts, and all that stuff. It's to look good. But it's to look good for who? Especially if you're single. It's to look good for who? It's to look good for somebody's son out there. It's to look good for somebody's daughter out there. So when you guys are locked up in that building throughout the year, things do happen. And there is nothing wrong with that. But before you jump the ship, make sure that your emotions are in check. Make sure that just because somebody flirted with you a little bit, took you out, you guys had some intense wet kissing, the person fumbled with your breasts, or maybe you guys went ahead to make good use of your genitalia, all of a sudden you find it necessary to come to work and be embarrassing yourself and be fighting people and be punching people and all that stuff. No. When you enter an entanglement with a co-worker, get yourself ready for anything. For somebody like me, nothing can stand between me and my money. I don't know if it has to do with what stage I am in my life and the kind of things that I have seen in life. But one thing I know is that you cannot fully trust human beings. A human being can tell you something today and tomorrow is going to be something else. And I'm also aware, and I also accept the fact that when the opposite sex tells me that, Linda, I like you, I'm attracted to you, the first thing that he sees me sexually. He doesn't see anything else. I even appreciate the man that will come and tell you that, Linda, you see you like this, I want to enjoy that goodness that God has put in between your legs. I prefer for a man to be forward like that with me. Therefore, a man to come and tell me, say, I love you, you are the love of my life, I believe say you're my soulmate. No, don't tell me that. That is why I am very realistic. I don't deceive myself. That is why if I ever find myself in a fling, I'm going to be very okay with it. Because there is no amount of cucumber strokes. There is no amount of cucumber a man is going to give me that is going to stand between me and my money. Because flings at the workplace, most times, if you don't put your emotions in check, one person will have to exit the building. And the person that is going to exit the building is going to be the weakest. That's why you have to make sure that you're the strongest. Because somebody like me, I'm capable of sleeping with you last night and meet you the next morning even. I will still be the same person. I'm not going to say hi to you. If we never used to say hi to each other, I'm going to keep it that way. Or if I used to say hi to you, it's going to be my normal hi. Hey, how are you and everything. We'll be sitting in that office. Nobody will even know, say, you have already seen the hair color on my public area. Nobody is going to know. That is how emotionally put together I am. And every morning, I know sometimes there are some men that are very good at their job. So sometimes the thing is going to confuse your brain. Wake up every morning, talk to yourself. If you have already had any form of sexual intercourse with a man from your workplace, wake up every morning, make it a routine. Wake up ahead of time. If you work at 8 o'clock, make sure you wake up 6. Take 30 minutes, stand in front of the mirror and say, this guy, he told me that he doesn't love me. He told me that he just wants to, my body is very sultry. I'm attracting him. He wants to taste what is in between my legs. And me, myself, I was attracted to him. And I decided to give myself to him. Talk to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself before you even go and take a shower. That is going to help you get your mindset ready to face him on day-to-day basis. It's the same thing for men. When you decide to entangle yourself sexually with the coworker, talk to yourself too. Before you enter your office, talk to yourself in your car. Say, today is going to be a great day. I'm not going to show my weakness. No matter how I like our sex last night, I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to face the day. Because working together is only for 8 hours. Why can't you behave for 8 hours? Even if somebody told you that, I'm not in love with you, but I just want us to have fun with each other and all that stuff. Most times, when you enter that stage now, when you guys meet in a bedroom, that man is capable of telling you, say, I love you, you're my everything. Because that is part of the thing. If the man doesn't tell you those sweet things, women need to be told sweet things to be able to make your body moist, to be able to make you reach orgasm and all that stuff. Yeah, so he's going to tell you what he has to tell you. And the same thing with you too. You will tell him, say, baby, you're the best thing. Baby, you're this. You'll be calling him all kinds of names. Yes, that is called action movie. You're basically playing a scene. You're playing a role. But when you leave that place and you go to work, you're going to be in an office space with each other for 8 hours. What is 8 hours? 8 hours is nothing. You pretend and make it through the day. Somebody like me, I can have a fling with you yesterday, like I said, and nobody's going to know. If we have a fling with each other and I see that, okay, you end up catching feelings and I catch feelings too, okay, we might let each other know. I'm going to tell you that, okay, we work together, and I don't want people to know. I don't want people to get into our matter. Even at work, you can be texting me. I'm going to text you back, but nobody's going to know. You're not going to see me at work. I'm going to act serious. I'm going to be so serious. But if you see what is going on in my phone, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe, say, the one that's in the next cubicle that is piping me sometimes, once in a while. That's how I am. I know that it's very rare, especially for us women. It's very rare because most women, it's not every man that you're going to entangle with or have something sexual with and the person is going to marry you. No. Sometimes I can see a man and I'm not attracted to him sexually. It can happen. But it doesn't mean I'm going to love him. It doesn't mean he's going to be my husband. You just want to have fun. Just book a hotel or go to your place if you trust him, or go to his place. Have fun and get the hell out of there. It's not every man that you're going to have something with that you guys are going to end up in a relationship with. No. Sometimes you just want to enjoy that perfume smell. You just want to enjoy that masculinity. Sometimes you stay for too long, it becomes too much. You say everything's in the mind, but sometimes the mind, you cannot control what is in the mind. And you need to take action. You take action and you move on. And for me, I even find it more sexy when I have something to do with a man and the man ignores me. It just ignites a kind of fire in me. I don't know what it is. I don't want a man that when I have something to do with you, the next day you feel the need to always be telling me baby. Especially when we agree that, okay, like, we're not dating, it's just a fling. All of a sudden you find the need to always be texting me 24 hours and all that stuff. No. You not even checking on me in the morning, the next day, and all that stuff. Me seeing you at work and us acting like you don't even like interact with each other and all that stuff. To me, it makes me even, I can find myself again even the next weekend booking another session. I don't like all those mushy something. Because me and you were exchanged something yesterday, all of a sudden at work. You want to be at the cafeteria with me. Yeah, you want to be having breaks with me. You want to be going out for a tea with me. Come on now. What is it? What is it? Like, give me a break. We want to have fun, Leave me alone. Enjoy ourselves. Let's move on. That thing for me is the turn off for me. I like that mysteriousness. And I also believe that there's some men that like that thing. Let's say you slept with a man last night, or maybe a week ago or whatever. And the man sees you the next time. The man sees that you're behaving yourself. You guys are meeting with colleagues. You're not showing any signs that you guys entangled. You're just behaving normal. No, your interaction doesn't change. That thing is going to be a turn on for that man. And most times even, that thing that at the beginning he said is not love, you'll be surprised it's going to turn into love. Because of that mystery. Nobody likes to be a person around, because let's not be deceiving ourselves. The first thing that attracts you to somebody when you meet the person is a physical attributes. And the only thing that you think about is what you can do with them. Because me, that is how I am. When I look at a man, when I see your legs, when I see the way you stand on the ground, when I see the way you talk, your body smell, I need to feel that masculinity, like that man. It draws me. It's normal. It's going to draw me. It's going to draw me to you. But it doesn't mean say because we're going to have fun with each other now, it don't turn into marriage. You see me the next morning. Hi Linda, hi, how are you and everything? How's your week going? It's been well, no complaints. It's been well. Then I walk to my desk, you walk to your desk, we just do our thing. If we have to work together, if we have conference meetings, we work together. I'm going to behave. It doesn't matter how many strokes, how good the strokes were. I am going to behave myself. Especially if you get to entangle with that man and you actually like him. The best way to get that man is not to act desperate. Just keep being yourself. Even if you see him at work talking with other girls, because some girls, just because they have sex with you once, a couple of times, they don't want you to talk to the other female colleagues. You'll be laughing the same way that you have been laughing, they'll be getting angry. Why are you getting angry? Don't you have things to focus on? Why are you getting angry? If you cannot take it, if it's too much for you, lunchtime, don't stay around him. Go somewhere, go to a different cafe outside of work. Go to a different cafe, be there, listen to music. Talk to yourself, like I said every morning. Talk to yourself. Discipline yourself. Always remind yourself that yes, from the beginning we had an agreement. This is nothing but a sexual relationship. Because sometimes you're not going to end up sleeping with different men. Sometimes you can find one guy that makes you happy, one guy that suits you and satisfies your needs, and you stick to him. And you guys don't have to be necessarily dating. And most times, having something like that is even more spicy than having somebody that's going to be hanging on your neck and on your shoulders every day. It's going to be more spicy. Alright, so like I said, if you want to get yourself involved in a workplace fling, make sure that you put your emotions in check. Because if you can't put your emotions in check and you also cherish that job, only the strongest will be able to survive and stay there. And the strongest is the person that will be able to put himself together and say, yes, I'm not going to let this thing get between me and my money and my career. No, you have to be able to put yourself in check. So if you know that you cannot put yourself in check, don't get yourself involved in flings at work. Do not do it. And the same thing for men too. Don't go and meet a sister and you'll be telling the girl how, I like you and I want us to get to know each other. You start flirting with each other, you listen to the other thing and other stuff. Then all of a sudden now, you see her talking to other men. Now you'll be going around telling other men how she's a whore, how you slept with her. Because the reason why I'm not so for this having flings at work is because there are also some people that are very childish. You guys had an agreement that you were just all about sex, but maybe they catch feelings. And instead of facing that reality, maybe they know that, okay, even if they come and say that they caught feelings for you, you're going to be like, you know what, for me, you were just a fling. I don't want to have anything else with you. They're now going to be going around and talking shit about you, telling their male co-workers how they slept with you, how they had you, trying to get different male colleagues to pass you around, all that stuff, to turn you into a workplace slut. And it's very easy for you to turn into a workplace slut because there are some men that they don't have respect for women. A guy can come to you today and tell you that I like you and all that stuff, and you go ahead and have a fling with him. The next thing you know, maybe he starts acting up, but he promises you, I'm not going to tell anybody. Then the next thing you know, he goes to his friend and say, oh, I actually had her, I can also have her too. You just need to do this. Because some men are like that. Some men are like that. They target a lady in the office and they want to turn you to the office slot. That's why you need to be very, very careful. You find yourself from moving from your colleagues having a piece of you to your boss having a piece of you. And most times, this thing always affects women the most. Because sometimes we think we're in control of the game while you're actually not in control of the game. Me, if I want to have a fling on my workplace, I'm going to target the most sexiest. Then I know that, okay, there's no one else better at that workplace. I'll target the most sexiest. And I'll make sure, say, when I have something to do with him, I'm not going to have something to do with anyone else. It's only going to be that one. And I'm going to know when that person walks in. I'm going to know when I get to encounter that person. Because I like macho men. I'm going to know. And when I'm going to make that choice to give myself to him, I'm not going to go for anyone else. Because no matter how you tell me that, no, you can trust me, I'm not going to tell anyone. I don't trust nobody. Especially when it has to do with my private parts and my genitals. I don't trust anyone. And even if you want to go ahead and tell people that you fucked me, yeah, I'm not going to be the first person that you fucked. I'm not going to be the first. So you can go ahead and spread whatever rumors you want to spread. Even if they come and ask me, I'll tell them that, yeah, it's unfortunate that he's too much of a pussy. Yeah, I fucked him. He fucked me, I fucked him. And I'm not going to be the first person that he fucked. I'm not going to be the last person that he fucked. So what is it? There's nothing special about it. Sex is a normal human interaction. I liked him, he liked me. Then we just, yeah, we played with each other. What is the issue? But I won't be able to do that if I actually got to do that with a few of them in the office. I won't be able to do that because now you'll be looked at as a slut. But if you only had one, it will be like, okay, you're very childish. They'll tell the guy like, you're very childish. You shouldn't be doing that. Yes, you had sex with her, and so what? Do you have to come and be spreading rumors about her? But if you actually lay down with a couple of them, then now you looked at as a slut. And now anyone can say anything about you. But if I only had one, and you find the need to go and talk about me, yeah, there's nothing wrong with sex. I was horny, and I fell for you, and it happened. It's only natural. What is wrong about it? There's nothing wrong about it. I'm not gonna kill myself about it. I'm very sorry. The only thing I'm gonna learn from that is that maybe I'm never gonna do that again and tangle myself with somebody at work. But if I get to put myself into that position, I'm going to make sure that I choose the best. I'm going to make sure that I choose the one that I'm content with. Do what I gotta do. Even if I do what I gotta do, later when I get to find out that, okay, maybe a more sexier guy walks in because they keep employing people, a much more sexier one comes in, I'm not going to do anything with him because, you know, it's gonna start spreading all that stuff. I'm not gonna do it unless maybe that one that I had something with maybe leaves the workplace, maybe he leaves to go work somewhere else, then maybe I can give it another try. But it's always gonna be one by one. I target one by one. I don't target 3 men at my workplace. For what? 3 different men, 5 different men are going to see my panties. For what? My own is for what? It's not possible. So you have to be wise, you have to be very smart. Like I said, flings are like taking a shit where you're gonna sleep. And the normal human reflex, as soon as you make a mess somewhere that you value, you don't want that anymore. That's why you have to be very, very careful how you go about it. Alright?